everybody, it's Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette, and it's another YouTube Friday, and here we are with Mixed Media again with Take 5, hosted by Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration and myself, Jeannie's Palette. And my Mixed Media piece today, I am using paint, but a little differently. I got a paint skin here, and I want to be using that for something really cool, and if you stick around to the end, you'll find out what I'm using it for. So let's get started. Okay, since I've got so much blue in the skin that I want to use, I had planned to do a turquoise background, but now I'm going to change my mind a little bit here. I've got some yellow. This is just a regular acrylic craft paint, crafter's collection from Hobby Lobby, and then I have a light olive green, that's a Master's Touch paint, and then what else have I got? A Neptune blue, which is a Nicole's paint. I'm not sure that they even make the paint anymore. That company was AC Moore, so I still have a lot of that paint. So we're going to get started here on our background with those three colors. So we've got this, we've created this really pretty different green with it, and you can see some of the yellows in there. I'm just pulling in some more blue here. I'm just trying to blend it and make it look not so flat and one-dimensional. I do have you zoomed in quite a bit right here. Sorry about that. My cat is down here under my feet, and what's the deal today, right? So it made this pretty green. It's not exactly what I was thinking I wanted, but we're going to see how that goes. I did end up adding a little more white in there because it just was too dark to start with, and I thought some white, and that is a titanium white from Master's Touch acrylic paint. All acrylic paints that we are using. And we're going to get this dry, and then we're going to move on, and I'll zoom you out a little bit so you can see every detail. Okay, so here we are, all dry. I did end up adding a little bit of water to my palette and just mix the paint in like that. And here I saw another spot. I don't know, it just was not soaking up my paint like I wanted it to, so I added some water, help it spread a little more evenly there, and then we're going to move on to the next part, the fun part. Well, I was trying to figure out what I had that was big enough for what I want to do, and I don't have anything. Either it's too big or too small. This is too small, but what I'm going to do is just get my chalk on here like so, and we'll use it as a guide. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm leaning it into the same spot, so hopefully I will come around in the same distance, I guess I should say. From, you could do that with a string. Put the chalk on a piece of string. It really doesn't have to be straight because this is going to be gone. I'm just using the chalk as a guide for what I want my project to be here. Again, this is a playlist with Take 5. We do these once a month now, the first Friday of every month. And we do mixed media. So that pretty much encompasses just about anything you could think of as far as mixed media goes. So now, you might figure out what I'm doing here. Let's see here. Let's see how big this circle is. We got 6 inches. Pretty close there with my guessing measuring. So 3 is going to be our, I'm going to just put a little dot right there, and then I'll come over here and do 3. So right there is going to be our center, a little bit further over. Alright, so I'm going to draw me a line right to that. And this will wipe right off when we're ready. And then, here we go. Let's see, here you might figure it out. Come back this way. And then, making sure we got the same angle. Or at least close. It's not. But look at there. That chalk just wipes right off. I've got paint all under my fingernails. I've been working this morning on some other projects. So, yeah, I'm a mess. As usual. That's a little better. So now we've got our guide for what we want to do. And create. I might keep that piece of chalk out. Alright, let's get ready for the next part. So I have all these different size hole punches, and we're going to work with those. And our paint skin is actually going to be the main subject of this. This is just regular acrylic paint that dried on my palette, and I peeled it off. And this is what was on the top. And that sounds crazy, but this is what was the last layer. But that's going to be the bottom for our creation. So, you know, in looking at it, I think I probably, instead of the hole punches, could do just cutting out right around here and using it that way. That's another thought, but I'm not sure if I really want to do it like that. That's paint skin stuck on paint skin. It would be cool though, huh? And then I could get all my colors in there. Dilemma. I don't know. I wish we were live and I could ask you what you thought. But we're going to move on. Alright, so here's my plan for this. We're just going to punch multiple circles out. And that's how we're going to make our creation come to life with these. Now, see how pretty that is? Either side is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. That's the bottom side that I didn't think we would use. But let's see. Let's just put it on. And I'm going to keep punching out smaller size, all different sizes. And we'll go from there with this one skin. Now, you can't get all the way in well with these hole punches. So at some point, I'll have to cut it so that we can, you know, get to maybe colors that we really want to include, or get over a lump like that one I just had to push over, because it's, some spots are a lot thicker than others, just because it's where I put my paint on my palette when I was painting. And I have got to tell you, that's pretty. That's the side I intended to use. But I'm more and more loving this side. And that's unfortunate, because now we got a green background. Alright, I'm going to punch some holes and we're going to put it together. Okay, after I think maybe a couple of hours of hole punching paint and selecting colors. You know, I won't punching holes the whole time, but I was trying to select just the right colors and get a variety of colors for this. So that's what I've done. A variety of sizes, different colors. I even added in a few butterflies. And this one up here, actually, I had punched out of a paint skin that I had already punched some butterflies out of. So I ended up putting another piece of paint behind it, a paint skin, and adding a couple more, and adding some here and there to top it off. So we're going to get this glued down. I am going to use, excuse me, a diamond glaze water-based adhesive to put down each piece. You know what? I think I'm going to put resin. But, yeah, let's put resin on this. That would be even prettier. That's a lot of resin. Dilemmas. I do wish you were live so I could talk to you about this. Let's do the diamond glaze. on there, and I'm just going to spread it around just with my little silicone wand or whatever you call this thing, and get our pieces glued down. Then I'll decide exactly how I want to seal it afterwards. My dilemma with the resin is not whether to use resin or not, but more that I wanted to put a finishing touch on this. And if you look close, you can see where I've written in chalk what I planned as the finishing touch. So I didn't want to have resin all over it and then not be able to do that. I hope that makes sense. So right now I'm just spreading it out. I wish I'd have had some flower hole punches for this. I didn't, but I will be purchasing some. So I just freehand drew this on the paint and cut it out, and then punched another circle to put in the center. So some of these we may need to go back and put some glue underneath. I don't know. It may be seeping under there as it is, but we'll see. I think it's going to be beautiful. And right here, of course, it doesn't quite meet. It's okay. It's going to be just fine. All right, here it is. All finished up with the resin put on top. I did put some more pink glitter all around because, excuse me, I know Christy likes pink. But here it is up close. Is the resin perfect? No, it's not. Is there some things I would like to do better? Sure. But I think Christy will love it. Hey, I hope so anyway, because it was made with heart, and I hope that she enjoys it as being part of Jeannie's palette, or part of her friend Jeannie's. And right here we got a little bit of glue underneath the resin that's puckering up, but it's hard and it'll be okay. And you know, she'll probably hide it away in her studio somewhere, but I hope she loves it. And I hope you guys love it and see that you can do all kinds of things with paint. Once it's dried, you can use it for jewelry or even embellishing or creating a whole new piece. And why not some ephemera for some junk journals? You just have to be really careful about that and closing pages on top of it, because it's liable to stick to anything sticky or plastic on the other side. So it has a tendency to do that. So I'm not sure it would work so well for that. But here we are, and I hope you will check out my description for the link to that playlist so you can go see everyone else. And check out my friend Christy with Funky Junk Inspiration, as she is my co-host for this. And hey, her birthday's this month. Wish her a happy birthday. And I hope I didn't spoil the surprise. She'll be getting this a little late. But anyway, thanks so much. I hope you will